All right, we got a
mind.
live call here, guys,
Based
with
on
one
the
of our
offer you
AMs.
received
Let's
today,
listen to it.
would you say that you're in a position to make a confident yes or no?
I'm the sole owner of the property. It's a paid-for property. So I'm certainly the only decision maker that exists. But I'm not going to be pushed to make a decision until I get all my offers in. So, and I think that's why I ended the last call was because
Right.
I needed, in order to be given the magic number, I needed to commit that I would be able to say yes or no. And so if that's the question, then we can end the call because I don't play that way.
Yeah. Hey, and the first thing I want to say is I totally understand where you're coming from. To be honest with you, if the tables were turned here, I'd say the same thing as you. But just so you are aware, Sally, the only reason that we do ask that question is because we're always buying properties, right? And we only have so much capital that we can use towards new purchases. So with that in mind, how much I can pay you depends on, what we might have recently purchased, if that makes sense.
Okay, well, you don't have the money from one day to the next, then I'm probably not the right soul for you. So,
Gotcha.
I'm not trying to be flippant. It's just,
Second notes, Ryan.
It's okay. I don't, I've got people that will buy it. I'm just trying to figure out, what's the best match.
Yeah.
And if you'd like to participate, you may.
Absolutely. Just the reason that our process is the way it is just so, I don't give you a number today that you get all excited about, right? And then, we split ways and, we don't get on the phone until tomorrow.
Make sure that this lady's analytical. She needs the offers. You can scorch the earth, and he can ask her how soon can she give an answer.
I'm sorry, then, seriously, son, if you would not have enough capital between this morning and this afternoon, then it's just not important enough for me to kind of that. Okay?
Having the capital isn't the problem. It's just, the exact number, right? The exact figure might vary, within a short time period based on what else we buy.
I understand that the market heats up and the market
Ryan, check the chat.
I understand it's a straight shift. Okay, I wasn't born yesterday, but I think I'm probably done. I think maybe that we're not lining up. Okay?
I've got you. I mean, before I let you get going, I know you want to go, but is there a magic number that you have in your head that you'd be ready to sell at today? Like if I could get you, 286 with a really fast close, I take it that probably wouldn't work for you.
You can offer more than that with a 2-week close. So thank you so much, son.
Okay, so I guess even something like 315 is too low.
No, 315 would work. It's just, I've been offered 315, but it didn't pick up closing, and that's why I went back that's why I spent this past weekend in Atlanta, and I had multiple people come and look at the house.
Okay.
But again, there are incredibly strong components to the house because it has a completely separate in-law suite with a kitchen and multiple.
What I would be doing with her is like nailing it. Okay, well, did you get your good offers? You got a 315.
Upbeat on if you pull up to the house, you wouldn't know.
Yeah.
On the other side of that, I have a bathroom that will need to be remodeled because we had a leak and I had insurance come and do the remediation and stop the leak and correct everything and put get it all ready to go. But I haven't gone back in to retile or anything because if I'm going to flip the house, I don't need to do that part.
Right. Well, let me ask you.
I know that I've got a house that has attributes that are very positive, and then some attributes that are that have been beat up by the renters. So that's why I don't think we can do very well in with nobody seeing the property and making these bids and saying that we must be able to act on this, within the 5 minutes of the phone call. So
Right.
you're not lining up well with how I work as a businesswoman.
Well, let me ask you this, Sally. What's more important to you? Is it a quick close, or is it the amount of money that you walk away with at the end of the day?
Oh, a little bit of both, but I don't have. Again, it's a paid for property,
Right.
so I'm not trying to beat the tax man off from the door. So I certainly don't want something that that's going to take a long window of time because I have to pay taxes and all the other things on it.
Right.
But I also, it doesn't make sense for me to leave $10,000 on the table to pick up a faster close because insurance and taxes are not going to help.
Right. Because, I mean, if you would, hypothetically be willing to work with us on timeline, we can definitely put a lot more money in your pocket.
When you say theoretically on timeline, meaning to make it be longer or shorter?
Longer. The more time you would allow us, that would result in us being able to pay you a much higher price.
What kind of timeline are you talking about?
Nothing crazy, like 45 to 60 days.
Why would other than the fact that I don't understand why 45 to 60 days, would change anything so dramatically. And again, unless you're out then trying to borrow the money, is that what you would be doing?
So,
be having to close to get your own capital in the first place?
No, not quite. No, actually not at all. But basically, by working with us, in terms of time, we can bring more money to the table. And the reason we're able to do that is because it allows us to put the property in front of some of our financial partners, as well as some retail investors accompanied by agents. So this way, it kind of does two things for us. Let's just
Doing the
say
Novation
that we
pitch.
plan on fixing and flipping the property, right? This would allow us to go ahead and start marketing it to buyers who would be interested in buying it from us, after we close with you and after we get the renovations complete. So that way, as soon as we close, we can get the ball rolling on, marketing the property to some prospective buyers. So once those renovations are complete, we already have a pre-qualified list of buyers who have expressed interest. And on the other hand, if we decide to buy and hold it and keep it as a rental property, as soon as we get our process started with you, we can also start the tenant screening process, right? So again, similarly, once we close and we get the rehab done, we already have a list of pre-qualified and pre-screened tenants that we can choose from. But again, it also allows us to put it in front of some of our financial partners to see if there's someone who would like to partner with us on the transaction. It really just kind of opens up the door for us to do a few different things, but ultimately get you the price that you want.
Well, I can listen to that because again, it doesn't. My.
Yeah, I would say you could listen. I understand. Yeah, I think this one fits best for you. We can give you more time, but we need to expose it to these retail marketers.
I believe that's. I don't think I'm exaggerating that, but I have to go back and look. So, and again, it's a paid for property, so I'm not carrying a note against the property. So.
Right. Yeah. No, that definitely helps you because you don't have your mortgage payments to worry about along the way. But again, you're looking at a maximum of just 2 months for us to close, and it's cash in your pocket as is. We'd take care of your closing cost as well. I don't know if Jake had mentioned that or not.
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
And actually, everybody takes care of closing except for this one that it was more an individual that wanted to just buy it and flip it.
Right.
but could certainly do it ASAP. It's just he didn't want to pick up closing costs, but.
Yeah, so we can, again, if you would be comfortable with, allowing us to get some access to the property and having a little bit longer of a timeline, we can offer you the 315,000.
Well, let me then. I will check with again the renter that's in there, and so that you can get that access.
There's no renters.
Can you send me a text?
Sure.
And then I'll contact her. And again, I have not looked at I haven't even pulled up my laptop because I just got back this morning from Atlanta to see what's being offered.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's okay. So when should I expect to hear back from you? Do you mind if we get something on the calendar, just so we're not trying to track each other down?
How about tomorrow evening, Tuesday? Let's see. Today is Monday. Oh, that's Valentine's. Probably not. How about Wednesday, the 15th?
Okay, yeah, we could do that. Also keep in mind, I do work pretty late hours. I don't know if tonight would be a possibility, but I just didn't want you to think it has to be during normal business hours.
Okay. All right. Well, let me. How about Wednesday? That's good, and then we can decide. And by then, I should have my quotes in from what I did over the weekend, so I can see. Because it may not, make any. Well, anyway, I'll have my quotes in for the weekend.
Gotcha. So yeah, that's totally fine. We can definitely do Wednesday. What time are you thinking?
How about noon?
Perfect. Yeah, I'm wide open at noon on Wednesday, just right after another appointment, so that works out well. Okay, great. And again, Wednesday is completely fine. Again, I just wanted to remind you that I just don't want it to be a curveball if we get back on the phone on Wednesday and I just can't bring the same number to the table. I would just feel like I wasn't being upfront with you about our policy on that end if I didn't let you know.
If your money situation has changed between now and Wednesday, then it's no problem.
Perfect. Yeah, I'll do everything I can to keep these funds held to the side. But again, I just wanted to let you know.
Okay. All righty.
All right. Well, thank you. And if there's anything else you need from me in the meantime, always feel free to reach out. And I'm going to shoot you a confirmation or a follow-up text rather right now so you can log my number in.
Okay. Thank you so much.
All right, Sally. I'll talk to you on Wednesday.
On Wednesday at noon. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Bye.
All right. Well, there we go. There's Miss Sally. So yeah, you got to act a lot faster, obviously, there when she's talking to you. Like that's how you got to go red. I would have gone even quicker to that.
Yeah.
And like what I was saying to her is like I would just go in with the offer. She said she can't wait. She can't do that. I would say, look, I understand you're the only one who has input on the situation. You got more people. So one, I would scorch the earth. That's what I would have done. That you left off on. I know we're going somewhat fast, but I would hit the no access. Like you went in there. There's probably no way. I got more offers than you. She answered. I got more offers. I could just do way more money elsewhere. Okay, well, tell me a little bit here. Why didn't you accept those offers at 315? You already did. She started going even a little bit. I would just try to let it smooth in the process a little better. Now, obviously, it's easy to say now.